Irises, we're back. All right, we want to welcome everyone again to another episode of Car Chronicles. And I want to just give an update. We're excited, and we want you all to be excited about this month of September. This is the 7th month on the Hebrew calendar. And on that 7th month, a lot of important things happen. We have the Day of Atonement. That's going to be September the 22nd and 23rd. We have the Day of Atonement. I said the Feast of Trumpets, right? Feast of Trumpets on September the 22nd, 23rd, from sundown to sundown. Then we have the Day of Atonement. Oh, sorry, Iris. And then the Day of Atonement from October the 1st and 2nd, I believe. Double check that. 1st and 2nd, from sundown to sundown. And whenever the sun sets, you can check the weather, and also on your phone it should tell you when sundown is. So that's the first, October 1st sundown to October 2nd sundown. And then the next feast day would be Feast of Tabernacles. This is in the Bible. It talked about how Christ would drink the 4th cup with us. Somewhat there's a cup that has to do with tabernacles as well, but that's going to be the wedding reception. And if you look in the chronology of when these things were going to occur. So October the 6th all the way to the 14th. So the October the 6th and then October 13th to the 14th. Those 2 days are especially special on that 8-day feast. Okay, so the first day and the 8th day is to be a Sabbath. And those are the really, really special. So no work. So we're definitely going to be trying to take some time off on the 6th day on October the 6th, October the 13th, 14th, and also September 22nd, 23rd. So yes, I need to rearrange my schedule. But we just want to give you a heads up as much as possible on some great festivals and great times you might want to celebrate. In order to be spiritual, because this is interracial spiritual experiences, some cultures have spiritual festival days that can conflict with the higher powers days. So we try to stay on those special days as much as possible. So if you want to celebrate something, there are 3 festivals or special celebrating times during the month of September. And the Hebrew calendar, it was a 2-month overlap. So you had 1 month, and half of the 1 month and half of the other month, it made up 1 month. So we have these days coming up. So we're going to be talking about things we're going to be doing to celebrate these days. Not quite sure if the whole country is going to be open back up yet or not, but if we hear about any of these particular celebrations or whatever, you want to get out and about, we're definitely going to be letting you know that. So comment below if there's any of the festival days that you know of, or any celebrations where they're doing Feast of Tabernacles, they're doing the Feast or they're doing the Feast of the Day of Trumpets, and the Day of Atonement is not really a feast. So for a lot of people, they just fast, where there's no food, no water, for those that can tolerate it. And there's some people with medical conditions, and if they do have those medical conditions, we don't recommend them fasting for that long period of time. But and then we'll go in depth, in a couple of other Car Chronicles or Midnight Chronicles, or just daily vlogs that we're going to try to get started on while some of you all are still sheltering in place, in so many words or less. So definitely stay tuned, Irises, because there may be some potential days we can get together and just celebrate life. That's what this is all about. celebrating life, celebrating the time to be grateful for just what you have already. You know, some people are always saying, well, I'm not grateful because I don't have what such and such has, or I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses. And these are not days where you want to try to keep up with someone other than yourself. That's not really a good life. You know, you're always chasing the next, you know. And a lot of people are not satisfied with that at the end of life. Just like someone in the good book said, it was all vanity. After he caught life and got life, he realized there was nothing but emptiness for him. So a lot of good spiritual leaders have left up with great words of wisdom. Malcolm X said, to get respect, you must respect, you know. So again, we like to pass along good words of encouragement, positive words of affirmation, to let you know that there is better. You don't have to settle, irises, interracial spiritual experiences group. You do not have to suffer and settle for less than optimum company. You know what makes you happy. Go seek after that. If whatsoever things are good, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are good report, think on these things. So again, we are talking about not settling for company just because company calls. You know, just because someone calls, invites you to something. I turned down 2 events because I didn't think I was going to be valued, protected, and respected. Trust me, irises, when they've shown you who they are, as Maya Angelou said, believe them the first time. Because the second time, it only gets worse. So no, you do not have to settle for a company that does not want you actively involved in their life. X them out, irises. Find a new company. If you're looking for a new group, a new space, come here and join us. Our only requirement is that you be kind and respectful. Okay? Kind and respectability. You know. Anyways, comment down below. Just wanted to have a quick chit chat with you today about not settling for company just because they call. Just because they're at the door don't mean you have to open the door. Just because they write and write you don't mean you have to respond. Your best response could be not being bothered. So again, you can train people the way you want to be treated. If you've told them to do a particular thing that makes you happy and it is not done, they've already told you how much you're valued, how much you're respected, how much you are protected. If you're in these environments where you are not valued, protected, and respected, move. There are 7 billion people in the world. You do not have to settle for less than optimum company. And that's the only thing we wanted to make sure you all remember. Stay encouraged that group is out there. And guess what? It's us. So join us. Hit like, hit subscribe, and you'll be notified on our next videos. Irises out.